Alright, hello everyone, it is Nigel here once again, and welcome back to System Shock Radio. So, right off the bat, I know I am pretty late, I do apologize, but we are going to get right into it, so I don't take up too much more time than I already have. So, this first topic that I'm going to talk about, and I only have a few announcements that I gotta make at the end of this video. The first is going to be the upcoming MCU movies that were revealed. So, I believe these were revealed at San Diego Comic-Con, which just happened over this past week and everything. But, man, a lot of titles have been revealed and very exciting stuff. So, I want to go over them for like the upcoming phases for Phase 5 and Phase 6 of the MCU. So, we got so a lot of these I knew about, but a lot of these were new for me and are going to be pretty exciting. So we got Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania, which is going to be coming on February 17th of 2023. That one's going to be definitely interesting, and I think Kang is going to be the main villain of that one, which I don't 100% agree with, but it is what it is. Then there's Secret Invasion, and which is going to be on Disney Plus in spring of 2023. Got Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 on May 5th, 2023, if I'm reading that date right. I'm reading it from the MCU Direct Instagram page, and the image is a little blurry. But we got Echo coming summer of 2023. So all this stuff is like 2023. We got Season 2 of Loki. I heard Season 1 was pretty good. We got The Marvels. We've got Blade. We've got Ironheart. We got Agatha. She's getting her own show. I heard she was really good in WandaVision. We got Daredevil. We got new Captain America. We got the Thunderbolts. That one I'm interested in. The Fantastic Four. That one I'm excited about. We're now moving into Phase 6 in 2024. So we got Fantastic Four coming out in 2024. We got the Avengers Kang Dynasty in 2025, which looks like Kang is going to be the next major Avengers villain, which is fantastic, although I believe they'll definitely have to revisit some of the time travel aspects because of Chronopolis and everything. Of course, that's Kang's thing, is Chronopolis, where different time zones run together at the same time. And then we got the Secret Wars coming in 2025. So a lot of interesting, exciting stuff, and I cannot wait. It is so much interesting and cool stuff how they're expanding the MCU. Some have said that the MCU is going in a bit of a slow, but it looks like they're just getting started, and hopefully these deliver. I am excited for sure. And it looks like some stuff is going to be drawing to a close. Apparently, they said, for example, like the Guardians of the Galaxy movie is going to be the last time we have the traditional lineup, which is, of course, Star-Lord, Gamora, Drax, Rocket, Groot, and Mantis. And so, and Thor has joined their ranks, of course, throughout Infinity War and everything. And so, I'll be interested to see the end of that, but then the beginning of something else. So, all this stuff is going to be really cool, and I want to see who and what will come about throughout this new stuff that's coming. And we also got the Spider-Verse movies happening as well, so it's going to be a lot of great stuff for Marvel and DC as well. DC has been doing some really good stuff as well. So, man, what time are you alive if you're a comic book fan? But the next thing that I want to talk about is Vince McMahon retiring. That's right. Pretty much the unthinkable happened. It's a day we knew it was coming, but we didn't know when it was coming, where Vince McMahon officially steps down as in control of creative and the CEO and everything, kind of amid scandal, but let the retirement ride out, I guess. But now Stephanie McMahon and Nick Khan, the president of WWE, are going to be in charge, and they're going to be in charge of creative and everything. And it looks like there's going to be a real changing of the guard in WWE. WWE's going back to TV 14. Triple H is back working with NXT and everything. So I'm excited to see what's going to happen now that Vince is no longer there. And, props to Vince. He's been at it for a long time. created many of my favorite memories. Honestly, if it wasn't for WWE, I probably wouldn't be a wrestling fan. And growing up watching it back in 2008 when I first really started getting into it, if it wasn't for that, I might not be the fan that I am today. And speaking of which, I believe tomorrow is Rey Mysterio's 20th anniversary. Man, we're getting old. Rey Mysterio's 20th anniversary in WWE anyway, but man, we are getting old, and I think this is even further proof of that. So I want to see where the WWE goes from here. Will there be new storylines? Will there be more creative storylines? Will they have more of a focus on the younger talent? Because that's kind of what Triple H was all about, especially running NXT and everything. What's going to happen? I'm pretty interested and excited to see. But the next time I want to talk about is why is Kingdom Hearts so confusing? So, for starters, I'm not sure if I want to stream Kingdom Hearts on Twitch. I may or may not. Let me know what you guys want to see me stream on Twitch, because Spyro 3 is almost wrapping up. In fact, we're gonna be live tomorrow. We're gonna be live tonight at I think 8. I'll go live at 8, and then we're gonna be live tomorrow to finish up at a time I'm not entirely sure yet, but I may stream some other games, so let me know what you guys want to see me stream. But Kingdom Hearts, the lore behind Kingdom Hearts has been described by many as confusing, and there's some reasons for that and some justifiable. For starters, a lot of the stuff, there's a lot of lore behind it. There's a lot of stuff, a lot of twists and turns that they make where, like, Sora, it turns out, is connected to all these people, and then Roxas is a part of Sora, and then there's the whole debacle with Organization 13, and then you got the Heartless and the Nobody. So there's a lot of lore behind Kingdom Hearts, and I can't go into too much detail, or otherwise we'd literally be here all day, but it's a lot of lore, and it's a lot of stuff they throw at you. So many people say it's confusing, and it's a lot of stuff to keep track of, which I will agree with to an extent. However, like most things, if you look at what's going on, take it like one at a time, you'll slowly start to piece together what's going on. But yeah, they do throw a lot at you, and there's some games that kind of aren't even really canon. Like, they can't really be considered canon because the whole thing is retconned. Like, it doesn't even matter. Or for example, like Recoded. So stuff like that is retconned, and where it doesn't even matter, and a lot of stuff gets jumbled and confusing, and so a lot of that stuff is pretty hard to keep track of, which is why a lot of people say Kingdom Hearts is confusing. And like I said, it's with a lot of fan bases where if you jump in at some point and, like, in the midst of the story being unfolded, you're not really gonna have any idea what's going on. But if you take it a step at a time, you'll slowly start to piece things together. And what else was I gonna say about it? It's still fun, at least, and it's still a pretty good time. And so if you don't think too far into it, it's still a pretty good time. But still, the story is very, very packed with a lot of stuff. You could tell there's a lot of things they wanted to put into there, and there's a lot of stuff that they wanted to bring to the forefront for the game series. But some of it comes off as confusing, and some of it gets retconned as well, and some of it doesn't matter. Some stuff they actually go back on, apparently. So a lot of it gets muddy and stuff like that. But the last thing I want to talk about here is persistence. So looking at the textbook definition of persistence, and I look the definitions of, and these come from the Oxford Languages over on Google, which is where Google gets it from. But it says firm or obstinate continuance in a course of action in spite of difficulty or opposition, and or the continued or prolonged existence of something. So I remember a while ago I spoke about perseverance. Persistence and perseverance definitely go hand in hand, and pretty much continuing to go on with something even when things look bleak, even when you're almost questioning, like, what am I doing here? Should I still go on with this? Like, is this worth doing? And oftentimes we are willing to give up because either results aren't happening or results aren't happening in a timely manner or, on our timetable. Here's the thing: with a lot of stuff that we do in life, we have a certain have a different timeline of it. Sorry, I couldn't think of the word, but we have like a certain timeline of stuff we want to happen, and like by this year or by this time in my life, I want X, Y, and Z, and when that doesn't happen, and oftentimes we feel discouraged by it. But sometimes what we have to realize is that it may not happen right away, but it will happen if we keep going with it. And when we keep going with it, and I kind of spoke about this in a previous episode as well, how if we keep going with it, eventually it will happen, and we'll be glad it happened when that did happen rather than earlier, because either we wouldn't have been ready for it or it wouldn't have been as good. So continue to persist, continue on with your craft and everything, continue to work at it. Put the hours and the dedication into it. You may not get results right away, and in a lot of cases you're probably not, but if you continue at it, if you stick with it, you will indeed come out the other end great, and you will come out on top. But ladies and gentlemen, that's going to do it for this episode. Thank you all so much for watching. Let me know what you guys thought. If it's your first time watching System Shock Radio, well, welcome, and I hope you enjoyed. If not, if you're returning, welcome back, and I also hope you enjoy. In terms of what we're doing this week, we have a bunch of stuff. I still owe you guys a review for Sasha Banks versus Bailey. And I'm so mad because in my update video I kept calling her Naomi because, you know, the whole Sasha Banks and Naomi walkout, which looks like it's official. Sasha Banks is taking bookings elsewhere, so I guess that's it, unfortunately. But I'm sure she'll be just fine wherever she goes. Oh, she's very talented and she's very charismatic, so wherever she goes, she'll do just fine. Same with Naomi. And if they come back to WWE, then they come back. But Sasha Banks versus Bailey at TakeOver Brooklyn, if I'm not mistaken, is the first of the two matches that Brooklyn then respect. So that's going to be coming this week. I'm going to be reviewing Star Wars Episode 2, Attack of the Clones, this week. And we're going to be doing the Spyro 3 review once I finish that up on Twitch and everything. And then we're also going to do the retrospective, but that may not come until next week. But we also have to do our crime analysis video for the month next week, and I try to do it in the last week of the month. So this month I have decided I'm going to take a break from like the murders and the touchy stuff, like the molestation and sexual assault and things like that. And instead, this month we're going to look at Bernie Madoff, who didn't pull off any of those, but what he pulled off was still a crime, so we're still gonna take a look at that. So that's gonna be this week. I'm gonna be live on Twitch, like I said, at 8, so stay tuned for that, and I will see you guys later. Peace.